All right, 2006 E350. This is a W211. It's got a bad fuel pump, but unfortunately, this car is the right there, the PZEV, meaning that the fuel pump is sealed inside the gas tank, right? So, whole gas tank's got to come out, and it's got to be replaced at a cost of $2,500 for that tank. I don't know what Mercedes was thinking when they came up with that design, man, but it's horrible because it's a beautiful car. I mean, it's still in perfect condition. Everything is perfect. The interior, the body, the transmission is perfect. I've done a lot of work to this car, and to have to junk this car just because of that stupid pump is sealed inside the gas tank is I just can't fathom that right now at this moment. But I'm not sure if it's the fuel pump yet. I'm gonna do a test first. I'm gonna run down a list, like check the fuses, check this computer here, which I already disconnected and everything. Sometimes these computers are known for going bad on these W211s and other Mercedes like the C-Class and whatever stuff like that. But I'm gonna open that up, see if there's any corrosion inside there. I'm gonna check the fuse box in the trunk, check the relay, check all that stuff. As of right now, there's no gas coming out through here, out the Schrader valve. I did replace the sending unit that's on the driver's side of the rear end. All right, this is the W211. This is the E-Class. This is the 350. This car, unfortunately, has the PZEV fuel pump that's in the sealed inside the tank, and it's non-serviceable. You got to buy the whole tank at a cost of $2,500, right? But I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try a little hack. I installed this new sending unit here, and that didn't do it. There is no fuel going into the Schrader valve. The car does turn on when I spray starting fluid into the throttle body, so I'm convinced it's the fuel pump that's bad, right? So what I'm gonna do is I got this 6-inch hole saw right here. I'm gonna cut a hole right there where the fuel pump would be on a normal fucking Benz, right? Excuse my French. But I'm gonna try to cut it out, see if I can pull out that pump from in there and replace just the motor. Hopefully it's got a part number on there, and well, first I'm gonna look inside here, see where it could be at, because it's only fitting for it to be on that side under there. So I'm gonna look in there. I'm gonna put a camera in there and see if I can look that way, see if the fuel pump is over there. Then I'm gonna cut a hole with this hole saw here. I'm draining the gas out right now with this pump right here. It's going in first. It's going in here, and then I'm gonna empty it out completely, and we're gonna take it from there. But I'm gonna empty the gas out now and see what happens. All right, so here's the area where the fuel pump is supposed to be residing in. You see that side? This is the sending unit. Put that bitch back in there. All right, so right here, I already punched the center punch right here. Again, like I mentioned, this is a 6. Well, I think it's a 5-inch. A 5-inch hole saw. It's gonna go right here, dead smack in the middle, and hopefully the fuel pump is right under here. Because if not, then we're gonna scrap the car. It's a shame because this car ran perfect, man. It's my luck. I dropped the ball on this. I should have checked to see if it was a PZEV California car, but that's just, those are the brakes, man. So I'm gonna get the cutting on here, cut it out. Again, worst case scenario, we'll junk it, or I might have another option, and that's to get another tank with a non-PZEV, like the regular Benz, and then have somebody somehow make a fuel pump for it. People build fuel pumps all the time for race cars and stuff like that. I don't see why it could be any different from this. Even if I decide to go with a Mercedes fuel pump that has the correct amount of fuel pressure that's designed for these particular type of cars. All right, so I'm gonna start drilling here and see what happens. Fingers crossed. All right, so as I'm going along, I'm taking this magnet right here, right, and I'm going around, I'm scraping everything up, getting all the metal chips so that they won't fall into the tank carefully, and getting all that stuff out, throwing it out right there. Make sure everything is clean in here. I mean, I'll clean it out if anything gets inside there, so it's no big deal for now. Just get the magnet in there so you can pick up all those metal chips. All right, so the hole is cut out, and there it is, man. There's the pump. This will be the motor right here, the little motor pump. Man, if I can get this thing working, that thing's dirty down there. But this looks like a tab here. Yeah, this thing is turning here. See that? All right, I'm gonna take these tabs out, see if this pump here comes off. But like I said before, I haven't seen, I've looked all over the internet, I haven't seen no videos on this or anything like that. This will be bananas if I'm the first person to do this, but what drove me to this is because there are people online on forums who claim they've done it. Like I said, a lot of people build race tanks for racing cars and whatnot. So I'm gonna remove these tabs like I did with this one here, see if this whole unit comes off here. Obviously, you unplug the pump right here, take this little hose right here, you squeeze this tab in the front, squeeze it in, push in. Oh, you can see it, but squeeze in and the line comes up. I already pushed the tabs open here. Now this bitch is ready to come up. Let's see what happens. Oh, there she is. There she blows. Here's the fuel pump for a PZEV California car. And this tank is filthy, man. It's dirty. I'm gonna inspect this outside of the car now, but see all this gook on here? All this stuff is on here, so I'm wondering if that stuff clogged up the filter here. I'm gonna put a battery to this right here. I'm gonna dry it out. I'm gonna put a battery to this, see if the motor runs. All right, so here's the fuel pump. See how dirty this is? Look at this. I'm just like wiping it down like this. Look at this. And look at all the fuel that's coming out. This fuel is coming out from inside this bowl in here. All this crap. Look how dirty this oil is. See right there, I wiped my finger on it. So I'm gonna keep on here and see what else I can do. I'm gonna try to put a battery to that fuel pump to see if it turns on, because it could be just a filter that's clogged up. All right, so I have a battery hooked up to these alligator clips, and I'm gonna try to hot wire the pump here, see if it turns on. Nope, it's not turning on. See that? Pump is not turning on. Everything's connected right. I'm gonna tap it. I'm gonna tap it with this here, see what happens. See if you can hear it. Yup, hear that? Turns on. Or it's not turning on again. One more time. Hear it running. Alright, so it's safe to say that this pump is shot. Now, trick here is how I'm going to get this motor out of here. There is I'm sure there's a part number on this motor, because everything, there's a company for everything that makes all kinds of parts for all kinds of cars, you know, stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure this motor is removable. If I can pull this thing out and see if it has a part number underneath all this gook here, or if I can just find this part somewhere, see if Mercedes has this part here, because from what I understand is Mercedes doesn't make this part. So I'd have to see. Try to get this pump out. This is what I see around here, underneath here. This harness right here. See this right here, the way it's placed. I think if I just turn it counterclockwise or clockwise right here, see that? It comes right off. Step one, you gotta carefully squeeze these two tabs right here. See them right there? Squeeze them and then carefully pop this off. Right here. Goes inside here. I'm thinking that the fuel pump should come out right now, the pump itself, and there is a part number there. See that? All right, let me try to get the rest of this bitch out. Second part is this piece right here. From what I'm seeing, this is what you got to do. You got to lift it up here carefully and slide it forward, just like that. All right, I think this motor's ready to come out, man. Yeah, don't lose this little grommet right here. I think this motor's ready to come out, man. Either up or down. Hold on a second. Pay attention to the orientation of this right here. This number right here to this terminals right here. You have to pop it off from the top, push up. This is the top, and it comes right off. These grommets, I don't know how hard it's gonna be to put back in, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But this is the motor right here. I'm gonna try to label this so I won't forget where they go to. See, because it's two different types. This has one flange here, and this one has a flange in the middle here. All right, so these two gaskets seem to be the same. I'm looking at them right there. This is the one that came off of this one right here. So they appear to be the same, both sides. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna keep them together. The camera should remember where they go. These flanges here. So I'll keep these together. I'm gonna slide this down, and we'll slide it up. Keep them together. Flange right here. There's no other way to. You can't get it wrong. I don't know if you can see those little tabs in there. That little tab in there. That part goes down. So there's no wrong way to put it. There's only one way it goes in. So now moving on to the fuel pump housing. Again, you want to get in there with the magnet. Get in there. I don't know if you can see. You can make out. See all those metal particles down there. You want to get all that stuff up. The camera's picking up on it, but a lot of metal chips down there. Camera can't pick up on it, but anyway, it's all on there. And then I'm gonna get in here with this rag, and I'm gonna clean all this mess up in here. Let me see if I can show you just a bit. All that guck, all that junk that's in there. See that little part that I cleaned up right there? Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get in there as best I could. I have a little brush here with a little chopstick on it. I'm gonna try to scrub this in there. You can see that right there. See how it's coming out, coming clean? That's madness. That's what that is. Anyway, I'm gonna get cracking on this. Hopefully I'll get most of it up. All right, so everything in there is clean as best I could. I cleaned it as best I could, you know. But all this in here is clean too. So there's the motor right here. So fingers crossed. Hope I can find the a replacement motor for this. And there's got to be a company out there that makes this. I believe this is the part number right here. If it's not that one, it's this one up here. If it's not that one, it's this one down here. But I'm gonna check them all. Hopefully it'll work. If not, I have another plan. There's a couple of other pumps that I can use. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one. It'll be half-assed, but it'll still work. As far as this hole right here, I'm not even worried about it. I'll go down to my local metal supermarket, and I'll get the same thickness, but I'll just get a longer one, a bigger one. Just put it off to the side over here, and then like this right here has it. I'll make a clamp underneath where it'll press up, it'll clamp against this, and the top it'll push down. I'll concave it a little bit like this one is to give it rigidity, and then hit it with some fuel oil resistant RTV, go all around it. It'll be all right. All right, so the new fuel pump is in. This guy right here came all the way from China. I wasn't gonna bother looking around at the junkyard to see if I could find one, but I'm pretty sure other Benzes use this particular type of pump in their fuel pumps, so fuel pump system. But like I said, I wasn't gonna bother myself. I just ordered a new one. It is a Chinese mark, Chinese brand, so let's see what happens. Okay, so these leads here, the plug for this pump, you can see right here they're soldered in. Stupid camera doesn't focus. But you can see right there the soldered in. This one doesn't have any, so what I'm gonna do is I already got my iron going. Stupid thing. So I'm gonna solder this one, take this one off first, put it on this one here and solder this one on, and do the same with the other one. That way I don't run the risk of crossing the wires. So it should be warm enough already. Yeah, that's warm enough. All right, so I got the cables welded on, soldered on. Came out kind of half-fast, but it works. See the old one here. Okay, so I had to modify this unit, new unit right here, because see the height right here? It's different than this one. This one here is flush with the motor's body, and this one wasn't. This phone sucks balls, man. I mean, it sucks. It doesn't focus right. But so I had to use my diamond tip grinder and just mill it down a little bit. So hopefully this will do it, because this part is supposed to sit in here. Let me see if I could do it with one hand. This is supposed to sit in here. But anyway, it's hard to do it with one hand, but this is supposed to sit inside here, flush with this part right here. I don't know if you'll understand. Okay, so now comes reassembling time. Gotta get these gaskets onto this here, get them placed properly in here. Gotta see if I can remember how to get this filter back on here. I got these guys in here, something in here that I forgot. Anyway, I have some one-way valves that go on the bottom of the tub that's inside the tank. All right, so I got the cover cut out already. The metal supermarket didn't have the plasma cutter ready, so I just had them cut me as round as possible on the shear. So, and then whatever corners were left, I just ground them down on the belt sander I have upstairs. But this fits perfectly here. But one thing you want to be careful with, see this line right here, this gas line? I made a mark right here, reminding me to avoid it. You don't want to drill into here when you're ready to drill this hole, the holes on this cover right here to screw this down. So be careful you don't drill, you don't screw into this fuel line. All right, so I got the areas where I'm going to drill out. I'm going to use again, like I mentioned before, I'm going to use these stainless steel self-tapping screws. Look at what size they are. I just decided to part number. It's only 8 of them. Then I'm going to add some silicone underneath it and probably put a sheet of gasket paper. All right, so everything went back in. Like I said, I just used some self-tapping screws on this cover right here. I put gasket paper, gasoline gasket paper, then I threw some RTB around. Sealed up pretty good. I'll put the cover on here later on, because if you don't put that cover on, you're gonna hear a lot of road noise. That side is fine. I gotta put that cover. I think this is the cover that goes here, and that's the cover that goes there. So other than that, everything just works fine, man. It's got good pressure. It fires right up. You can see right here. Fires right up. Again, this is a 2007 E350. It's a W211. This tank, this half-ass tank, was the California emission gas tank. Crazy shit, but yeah, with some hard work and some ingenuity, you can cut that hole out, pull that pump off. It's the same pump, same part number as every other Mercedes-Benz that's non-California crap. And yeah, and just go to town on it. It works fine. Pressure's the same, car's running fine. Idle's the same as before. So yeah, I call this a success. Please don't come after me, Mercedes. Yeah. So in conclusion, the car's running fine now. Fuel pressure is perfect. Holding pressure, leak down is holding at 30, between 28 and 32, which is what Mercedes is calling for. And it's working fine now, man. I mean, I'm like shocked that I was able to pull that off. I haven't seen no one on YouTube do something like this. Even on the forums, on the Mercedes forums, I haven't seen this. But I'm glad it worked out. I don't know what Mercedes was thinking when they decided to do something like this. You know, seal a pump inside the gas tank and then charge a ridiculous amount of money for it. But it is what it is. I got it done. Gonna probably catch a lot of flack from Mercedes about this. Probably might even get my YouTube video flagged or something. But I got her done. There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So I'm satisfied with the way it came out. Happy camper.